Hey, everybody. I feel really windblown tonight. It's been cold outside. Of course, not as cold as it was back in January and beginning of February, but it feels cold today. So, today I wanted to kind of review some of the Appalachian baby yarns and kits that I have. And Diane from Appalachian Baby was going to join us today, and I'll do that another time. I think she's going to try, but I don't think it's going to fit into her schedule because I wanted to have her because she was going to talk about how she started the company, why, and how she sources the U.S. cotton and how it's milled. So, which I don't really know the whole story. So that would be really interesting. But I did get a new sample in. So I thought this would be a good time to update you on some of the samples that I have. And sometimes they're hidden in my shop, even when you can't come in and look at them. So I have a lot of sweaters. And the newest sample that I got this week is, I think it's the Baby Bear. I get all of the names mixed up. It is the Baby Bear cardigan. And it is so cute. This one is in the silver and the natural. And there's two little bear ears and a moss stitch and cute little moss stitch detail on the sleeve. What I love a lot of things about Diane's patterns, and I love the cotton yarn. It's so soft. And there's the kits come with the pattern and with the buttons. And you can paint the wooden buttons or you can leave them natural. And now this one comes in sizes 6 months, 12 months, and 18 months. So there's enough to make either one of the sizes. And if you make maybe like the 12-month size, you have a chance to maybe make a little hat or a little booties or some little accessory to go with it. Hey, Randy. Randy's chiming in here. And Randy, she does have a crocheted baby blanket kit, which I have, and a crocheted wrap in the cotton. And since we're talking wraps, I'm a little messed up here tonight. This is, I think this stays hidden a lot in the shop, but this is in the cotton lace weight. And it's a really pretty, really nice size shawl. You can see that. And like I say, there is a crocheted one too. I also have a little Zoom Loom baby blanket kit for those of you that don't like to knit or crochet. So let me show you some of the other, remind you of some of the other kits I have here in the shop. And this is the Baby Doe sweater. Little doe ears. Hey, Colleen. And this is the tassel cardigan. And like I said, when you have a kit, if you have a tassel or a pom-pom, this comes already made in the kit. This is the hooded pom-pom cardigan, and as you can see, the buttons are here and the pom-pom is here. This is another little cardigan, or cardigan, poncho. And again, the tassel is included. And this, she says, is newborn to, I want to say 12 months, 6 months, newborn to 12 months. But if you probably could, I think that could go for a little bit older child too. So some of the colors, and I'm trying to think back. We were at a trade show. Kathy Fogarty and I were at a trade show, and I put Kathy on the spot because at that point in time, Diane basically had a natural and a really bright pink and a really bright baby blue. And I said, my customers keep asking for other colors. And she said, well, what color would you want? And Kathy was with me, so I put Kathy on the spot because Kathy's really good with color. And Kathy, I think this was the color that she said, I think. Anyway, whatever Kathy said, Diane pulled her customers at the trade show, and that was the color that she came out with next. And then she stayed with some neutrals, and she came out with a silvery gray color, which was in the first baby sweater I showed you. And then Kathy said, you need a navy. So again, Diane took Kathy's advice, and she came out with a navy and a red. And this is such an adorable little sweater. And there's also a little dress kit that goes with it that is red and white striped dress, skirt part. But the other thing that's so nice about her patterns is that the kits is that when you get the kit, you get the pattern, and then all of the yarns are sold separately so you can make them again and again. This is a fun blanket if you are a relatively new knitter or easily bored. It's different stitches. It's called the Pick-a-Knit blanket, and it's more like a junior bed size blanket. And as you can see, there's different stitch patterns. So it's really fun knit. And this is the largest of the kits. And some of the other blankets that I have, this is Sweet Dreams blanket, and you can see the stitch pattern. And this is, a good size blanket. And one thing that Diane recommends when you're working with the cotton yarn is it's machine wash, and you can wash and wash and wash it. But the first time you wash it, the stitches, you maybe get a little shrinkage or the stitches set. So that's why sometimes when you're knitting it, it looks a little loose. She's kind of built that into the pattern gauge. So people will come in and compare what some of my samples look like to what they're knitting, but not to worry because that shrinkage, that stitch setting is built into the pattern. This is another sweet little blanket. And I love the natural. For those of you that really want natural organic cotton for your babies and to give as gifts, these are the things to give. And this is like one of those little towels where the baby's head goes in here and you wrap them up. So it can either be a towel or just a little cuddly blanket to hold them in. This one, another of her Diane's original patterns, called Celtic Dreams, and it has the pretty cable down the center. And trying to think, I think this is the soft baby blanket. And just such pretty basic stitch patterns. Really, this one has a little bit of interest, a little bit of a different stitch, but very clean lines. Another little bit different stitch, and this is the stair step blanket. Hey Lisa, how you doing tonight? And then This is a Campbell blanket, and this is the earlier blue. And I don't think I don't have the newer blue. She still has this color, and she still has the brighter blue, but she also has a very light sky blue, which I really, really like a lot better. That's just my own color preference. And instead of the bright pink, which I don't have a sample of here tonight, she has the blush pink, which I just love the really soft colors for babies. I've also had customers make yoga socks, yoga leg warmers, personal blankets, because it is just, I don't know, the cotton, it washes really well. Those of you that have used this organic cotton, it is lovely. And it's grown in the U.S. and processed in the U.S. So that's one of the really good things. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. I really kind of just wanted to catch you up on that. I'm sorry that Diane couldn't join us tonight. And yeah, yoga socks. And I bet you could crochet some, Randy. I'm closing a little bit early tomorrow. And it's still parking lot, curbside, but in my case, it's parking lot. And I'm closing early tomorrow because I'm getting my second vaccination. Yay. So Colleen just asked if I would go over the shop hours. Wednesday and Thursday, of course, I never can do anything, so it's Monday through Friday, Saturday, whatever, just the same. I always have to have everything with a little different twist. I'm getting really spoiled about not being in the shop all the time, but I still miss it. But I'm really busy with other things, so it's this balancing act. So I'm here Wednesday and Thursday from 1:30 to 4:30. Friday, 1:30. I say 5:30, but usually by 5 o'clock, everybody's home eating. So if you're going to be here at 5:30, let me know, and I will definitely be here. Tomorrow I'm going to close at 3 because of my vaccination. And then Saturdays, I have been giving some classes early in the morning. And generally, I'm here for shop time from 11 until 2. And I've started some Zoom classes. So if any of you are interested, I've done some top downs, say this again, toe up sock classes. I'm going to continue with those. We've done just the basic sock, calculating without a pattern. And hey, Deanna, how are you? Yay, you got your shot too. That's fabulous. We're going to look at some different toe-up cast-ons eventually, some different heels to do, some different, I said cast-ons. I'm losing it today. Heels and maybe some sock mending. I really would like to do some duplicate stitch for decoration, for decorative purposes and embellishments, plus how to use duplicate stitch for mending. And I've got some other ideas for some classes, for Zoom classes. And if you have some things that you want to learn by Zoom, think you might want to do it, everybody that's, I think, has taken it has found it's really kind of nice to be at home. We can do a 9 o'clock class on a Saturday morning, and you really can stay in your pajamas and have your coffee cup. So let me know if there's anything that you'd like to learn. There was one more thing I was going to say, but I do keep losing it. Oh, I know. Okay. I am the current president of the Hudson Valley Textile Project, in case you don't know that. And if you don't know that much about the Textile Project, it's we are trying to improve and make people aware of the textile supply chain in the Hudson Valley. We have a website. We are a nonprofit. It's hvtextileproject.org. And we have our annual meeting coming up, and we have a lot of plans. And one is I'm hoping to start a local yarn project challenge. And I have one of my customers that I'm going to speak or going to help me with that, I'm thinking. I also do a podcast for lack of anybody else doing it right now for the project. And I have I think, a good interview. Let me back up a minute, because will win absolutely no rewards or recognition for my interviewing skills. But I have a very interesting guest next week on the podcast, Katrina Rodabaugh, and I'm not sure if you are familiar with her, but she is a slow fashion influencer and a great supporter of mending and reimagining your wardrobe. So it's a really great interview. She has a second book coming out, and I love her first book. It's on visible mending. It's called Mending Matters. You might want to look for that in the library. So if you feel like listening to a podcast with people from the Hudson Valley, take a look. Just don't judge me too severely. So thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I'm hoping to round out some of my classes with, and not just continue with socks, although socks can be addicting. And I will say, for those of you that know that I've always hated magic loop, there are some definite advantages to knitting that way. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks, everybody, for listening.